Hi guys, today we are going to do our first spreadsheet and it's going to really require that you pay attention to the details. So we're going to stop the video twice. I'm going to show you step one. You're going to go to your computer and do that part. You'll come back to your desk. You'll see the second part of the video. You'll go to your computer and do that. And then the third part might happen today. It might happen in the next class. It just depends on how far you guys get. But I need you to make sure you're saving whatever you do today, just like you save in any other program we've been in. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up a new program called Excel, which is our spreadsheet software. So it's down in the E's. It looks like a green X. So you click on that, and Excel, basically, you just want the blank one, so double click on blank. Now I'm going to make my screen a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm doing. You're going to be given a small bag of M&Ms, okay? With each of these, I want you to also pick up a tissue box, not a tissue box, but a tissue out of the box, because I haven't been there to clean the desk and I really don't know what's on there. So please, you know my rules for food in the room. You've got to clean up after yourself, all right? So what you're going to do, and I'm going to try to move my little camera here, is you're going to take that tissue and you're going to separate your M&Ms by color, all right? So don't eat them yet. Just separate them by color, and then we're going to try to get this camera back where it needs to go. All right, so I'm in Spreadsheet. The first thing I'm going to do, I have blue, so I'm going to type blue. I'm going to use my tab key, and notice I'm using initial caps here. Tab key, I have brown. Tab key, I have green. Tab key, I have orange. Tab key, I have yellow. Tab key, I have red. And I think that's all. So after that, I'm going to tab one more time, and I'm going to type the word total. Let me get this. It's showing the cabinet a little bit too much. All right, so we're going to type the word total. Now I'm going to move my cursor down to A2. A is my column. My columns are in letters. My rows are in ones. So this is cell A1 because it's column A, row 1. This is cell A2, column A, row 2. All right? I have 5 blue, tab. I have 4 brown, tab. 2 green, tab. 1 orange, 1 yellow, 1 red. Now, I'm going to show you a shortcut way. Let me move the picture out of the way here so you can see your little tools up here. This is going to call auto sum. So if you look up here, there's a little Greek E and there's an arrow right beside it. If you click on the word sum and press enter, it automatically adds up what's in this row for you. And the reason I want you using formulas instead of just adding it is it has something called a recalculation feature. So let's say I got hungry and I ate one of my browns. We'll change this to a 3. Watch over here and see what happens. It automatically changes to a 13. So I'm going to put this back, and it automatically changes. So that's one of the cool features of spreadsheets. It automatically recalculates. So what I want you to do is we're going to stop the video here. We're going to do this much. When you're done, come back to your seats, wait for the next step, okay? All right, step 2. So I'm going to show you the wrong way first, and by the way, you can eat your M&Ms. I forgot to say that in step 1. Step 2, I'm going to do it the wrong way first. So please don't do anything, just watch. If I highlight everything and I say insert, and I'm going to go right here for a pie chart, right here, this is my totals. It's taken up the whole side. So you don't want to highlight total when you do that. I'm just going to delete it. This time I'm going to highlight, and there's 3 different plus signs we use in spreadsheets. This is the little, what I call the fat white plus sign, okay? So I'm going to go to the A1 and highlight all the way to F and down to the number. Now, without highlighting the total, I'm going to say insert, chart, go to my pie, and now I don't have the total showing up. So now if I get the plus sign, that's a skinny plus sign with arrows, I can move this over up underneath my numbers. I can click right here where it says chart title and change that to M&Ms. Okay, if you're using caps, use both caps. All right, there's a few things we need to add. So if I click right here in what's called the chart area, there's a little green plus sign. If I click on the plus sign, I can add labels and I can tell it to go to the outside end. All right? So these are my values, and I can compare these up here so I know what's 5 is blue, what's 4 is brown, what's green is 2. All right? So let me show you what we can do with this. I'm going to click. If I click once, I've got these little dots showing up for the whole thing. If I just want one piece of pie, I'm going to click on that section a second time, and you can see it's just highlighting that piece of pie. All right? I want to change this one to blue. Now I can leave it the blue that they've got. I can right click, and right here where it says fill, I can either fill it with a color. I can go to more colors and find a color here. I can go to picture, and I can choose one from my file or from online. So watch this. I'm going to come online, and I'm going to type blue M&Ms. If I just say M&M, it's going to show me one. I want a whole bunch because I want to fill it in. So I'm going to hit enter. And if I see one I like, I'm going to right click. Well, I'm just going to click on it and say insert. And see, it fills my picture in with M&Ms. And I didn't have to save it to my files. It's just right there. I go to the next one, and if I look right here, brown is 4. So I'm going to show you a couple other things. When I go to fill, let's say I want to do a texture. Maybe I want to do a texture that's brown. Okay, that's an option that I have. I can also use gradient if I want. So I go to fill and say gradient, and you choose your colors and things here. Okay, so let's go back to picture. And again, I'm going to go back out to M&M. And we want brown. So this is a way of doing this. Let's put the brown in front of M&Ms. B-R-O-W-N. And let's get rid of it back here. Now, some people like to do just the picture, so let's do that just for fun. Let's click one that's just a picture. And it kind of cuts a little off, but it kind of adds a little personality to it. You'll keep going around until you have filled the whole thing. Now, you have a choice. You can do solid colors, you can do textures, you can do gradients, or you can fill it with M&Ms. When you're done, I'm going to click off of it and click back on. By doing that, I've got the whole thing highlighted. When I right-click now and go to my outline, I can choose an outline, and I can even tell it I want it to be a thicker weight. And when I do that, the line shows up more. You do not have to do an outline. It's just kind of a cool way to separate things out and let you see what it's done. So keep going, fill it in, do all this. We're going to stop the video here, and then we're going to come back and show you how to save it and upload it. All right? So stop here and do this much. All right. So let's say you have filled in everything. Now notice how I've got this highlighted. Anytime my cell is, anytime my picture, my chart is highlighted, then my letters are highlighted. If I was to print right now, the only thing that would print was right here. So I need to make sure before I print or upload that I've clicked off of that. So what I'm going to do now, I need to shrink this just a little bit and show you how to set your print area. If I highlight from A1 all the way over to H and just below my chart, I'm going to go to page layout, print area, set print area. All right, if you have to watch this again, then that's fine. I understand. All right, so I've set my print area, and the way I know is if I click off of it, now I have a border around it. So everything within that border is what would either print or show when you upload. If you don't set the print area and you upload it, I might only get a piece of what I need to see to grade. So make sure you set your print area. While I'm on this same tab, I'm going to come over here where it says grid lines and headings. I'm going to say print the grid lines. And right here, there's a dialog box. So I click on that. I say header footer, custom header, and type my name. This is the only way you're going to put your name in the header of your document for spreadsheets. Now, it's not going to show on the actual page, but it will show when you upload it into Canvas for me. So make sure you save. You say File, Save As, go to your IOP folder, save it as M&Ms, okay? And then you remember you have to close it before you can upload it. Now, I know there's a lot of steps here, so if you need to see this video again, just say something and maybe Mr. K can play it again for you. Okay? Thanks, and have a wonderful day.